Hey fellow Brick fans, DJ Bricks here, back for another review. And before we get started on today's video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you're not already subscribed to the channel and you like what you see. I tend to upload sets based off of DC properties. I try to upload them every Monday. And in that case, hit that notification bell so you are notified of whenever I upload a new video. But getting into today's set, I have a Lego DC 2020 promotional set. It is simply titled Wonder Woman. It is set number 77906. It is recommended for building ages 7 and up. Has 255 pieces, and it retailed here in America for $40, where you could get it from Walmart.com or Lego itself. Just due to this was one of the few convention exclusive sets last year that Lego had to find some way to distribute, just due to that unfortunate thing that happened last year, just due to a pandemic of conventions being shut down. So these actually made it into our hands last year, but and this set in particular, it does it was supposed to tie into the Wonder Woman 84 movie. This just helps recreate the issue number 6 cover from her earliest comics. The cover of that, the one that introduced Cheetah, who was a villain in the Wonder Woman 84 movie. But getting into the actual set, let's start deconstructing it to see how it stacks up, starting as always with the minifigures. So starting to look at the figures, here we have Wonder Woman in her first appearance outfit. This figure is not new to the set or exclusive. It's actually a reuse of the collectible minifigures version of Wonder Woman, which kind of defeats the purpose of and rarity of that figure. But at least this, I think the rationale was that this is in was a promotional exclusive set that not a lot of people would have been able to get their hands on. So I think that's why they reused some figures here. But getting into it, if you haven't seen it, it uses that same exact hairpiece with the molded headband into it that we've gotten with Wonder Woman since the beginning of the DC line back in 2012. Though with my particular one, there is a quality issue with that tiara. It is not the bright yellow that it's supposed to be. It's kind of a pale yellow against the black because it's before they did dual molding, so it's just printed on there, and it's not printed on there well. It lacks the opacity there. But taking her hairpiece off for a moment so we can take a look at her head, which is also not new. It was on this figure for the collectible minifigures, and it was reused in the Wonder Woman 84 set. There you can see the alternate expression as well as the back torso, and continuing the trend with Wonder Woman and her torsos, the flesh that keeps getting printed on her red torso there keeps coming out like pinkish, because again, lacking the opacity there. She's got printed arms here, as you can see. Really nice. One of the few Wonder Woman figures to have it. And then she's got the Minnie Mouse skirt here, printed with stars, and she's got some nice dual molded legs, which you can see that printing here is really done nicely as well. But another issue with this figure is again, going back to that hairpiece, that is not the correct hairstyle for Wonder Woman for her first appearance. She does have the tiara in those issues, but her hair is completely different. It's much more of a bushy ponytail type thing, rather than the iconic one we know today. So that was an issue that was on the collectible minifigure as well, the inaccuracy there. But that does it for Wonder Woman here. And second up, we have Cheetah in her classic attire. Again, like Wonder Woman, not new to the set. She is also reused from that DC series that was in 2020. But it is a nice figure. She does come with a sword there, just due to her wielding one on the cover that this is recreating. So it is nicely printed. They also have like spots and all the spots on the helmet and the tail and on the arms and the side of the arms. You can really tell that this was a collectible minifigure, just due to all the detail that they managed to print onto this figure. And it's a very nice figure, and the helmet here is also a new piece, but taking off you can get a better look at the expression, which is really nice. And then on the flip side, she's got an aggressive one, which you can see what it looks like with her headpiece on. And if you didn't already know, that tailpiece, it can be either put on the figure so it's facing down like that, or flipped up so it can be facing up if you so choose. But the instructions just tell you to place it down like that. So that does it for Cheetah. And looking at the last figure in this set, it's actually a character who is exclusive that we've never gotten before. It's a sporting Wonder Woman character, Etta Candy. And she is done really, really nicely. Basic printing. That torso is actually exclusive to this set. It was made just to recreate the outfit that Etta is wearing on the cover of the comic book here. It's got some nice back torso printing there, nice red short legs, and then she's got the diner waitress hair molded in brown, not a new color for that. But her head is a reuse of another figure. It is Joyce Byers from the Stranger Things set. And you can see the alternate expression there, which is way more fitting for how Etta is shown on the cover of the comic book there. You can see how it looks like with her hairpiece there. But again, very simple figure, but I think Lego pulled it off really nicely. And it's nice to get this figure. Get this character made into a figure, but what sucks is that this was what was supposed to be a convention exclusive, so not that many people would have gotten it if everything that didn't happen last year didn't happen. So that does it for the figures. Let's move on to the actual build of the set. So looking at the build of the set, all it is pretty much it's a little diorama piece that you just build up, little cover section. All it does is, as I mentioned in the opening, it just recreates It just recreates that cover of issue number 6 that Cheetah appeared in the first time. So you got the nice blue sky behind it with this nice amount of clouds or build that was on the cover. I think Lego shaped this up very nicely. They use a wide variety of pieces, fairly basic snot techniques and part usage, but it's very effective in recreating that look there, as well as this cliff. It just uses snot techniques just to get all these slope pieces in their proper orientation, but it is very effective, if I don't say it, and or will say. And flipping around to the back here real quick, you can see not really supposed to be displayed like this, but you can see just plates on top of bricks, and it's done very nicely. You get a lot of display space down here and a little black border to highlight it. And then on this bracket piece here, you have this really nice printed piece of the original Wonder Woman comic logo, as well as issue number 6 and fall, and the fall, and it's just recreating the logo that used to be on those comics back in the day. But getting the figures in here, you're supposed to put them in very specific spots. Eddie Candy up here is supposed to be up here on the cliff, though on the front of the cover that this is replicating, she's down at the base of the cliff. She's not actually at the top. She's with a bunch of people, but here you have a little hinge piece here. It's stuck out like that for a reason. It's where Cheetah goes, because where Cheetah is on the actual cover, she kind of is leaping towards Diana. So it's kind of positioned so her left foot rests against that slope there, and she just clings on with that one stud just to look kind of imposing, because she is pouncing on Wonder Woman in the comics, and Wonder Woman is kind of just down here. That's where she is on the cover that this is recreating again. So you just place her there, and having all the figures in the place there, it looks nice. Again, Etta should be down on the base of the cliff, not at the top. That's my only gripe with that, but you can actually, it's Lego, so you can just put her down here where she's supposed to be, but that does it for the build. Again, it's a really nice build. Uses basic techniques, but I think it's really effective. So that does it for the build. Let's get into the box and extra pieces and the instructions, and I'll meet you back for my final thoughts. So looking at the extra pieces here, fairly standard stuff. Couple slopes, couple plates, and a couple tiles in a few different colors, and you also get an extra one of those sword pieces. That's probably the most interesting thing here, but that does it for the extra pieces. So taking a look at the instructions, front cover wise, you have the box art simplified there, and then it just takes 65 pages of building, pretty straightforward. And then on the back 2 pages, you have the parts inventory in case you need it. And then on the back, you just have the product feedback thing with Pirate sporting it this time, but that does it. Fairly basic instructions. So looking at the box for this set, it is that standard, like more high-end collectible style box that has the opening a flap where you can just open it up and access the set that way. But going over the actual design of the set, you have the special limited edition up there at the top, where the I assume the San Diego logo was supposed to go, and then you've got the nice cartoon drawing depicting the set, which is just pretty much a Lego-fied version of that original cover for that issue. As I mentioned, down here you got the set specs down there, the DC logo. Side of the box you just have the set name as well as another drawing of Wonder Woman there, and then on the back there you have actual promotional shot of the set, as well as the top of the box you have that actual size reference with Wonder Woman there sporting it. But so getting into my final thoughts for this set, build wise, while it did use some fairly basic snot techniques, it's very effective. It's made more as a display piece rather than an actual thing to play with. Since this was made for fans and collectors, it's kind of a little bit more of a collector's item. It's more made to help recreate a nice little vignette of the comic cover there. And figure wise, getting into that, they're all necessary to recreate the cover, and I do appreciate getting Etta Candy in a set. Again, it's just unfortunate that she appeared in what was supposed to be a convention exclusive set. And Wonder Woman, talking about her again, while it is a reused figure, her and Cheetah, that hairpiece again not accurate to her hairstyle that she had when she had that costume in the comics back when she debuted. So a couple of issues there. Quality wise, only issue was again that Wonder Woman's hairpiece, the yellow on the tiara there, not opaque enough, and her torso, similar deal. But getting into the price for this thing, $40 was a fair amount to charge people to buy it. Since this was more aimed at, this is more of a collector's piece, more of a display thing, I do feel like that $40 is warranted for that. However, the way Lego kind of bungled the release of this, they didn't, because they only produced so much for the convention, that they just had sold out of it in a couple of record time. This was handled a little bit better than the two Star Wars ones and the Marvel one. The Lego actually let you pre-order this one on their website back in last August, and then they shipped them in like October-ish. So as long as they pre-order this, it shouldn't have been a problem. But it's just if Lego's going to do that again this year, they need to. I feel like they need to have a better system in place, a better way to figure out how to distribute these. That pre-order actually worked really great. I think that they should apply it to all future convention releases. If they have to, just straight up sell them to the fans. But let me know what you guys think about that in the comments below. As always, this set does, however, get a 7 out of 10 from me. Again, it's more of a collector's item. If you're into that, if you like recreating that, and you want to have this in your collection, I highly recommend it. Again, let me know what you think about this set and its release in the comments below. I always look forward to having discussions with you guys in the comments. But that does it for this review, and I will see you in the next one. Until next time, keep building.